just represent Defend the Vote. These are other citizens of the state that have spent a couple of hours here waiting to speak.
Weren't you informed before you came today that you would be one speaker?
I was informed that Defend the Vote would be one speaker. We have other people here who are part of the public and are not members of Defend the Vote that will have
So in other
something to
words,
say.
you're trying to get around our 10-minute.
No, sir. I am trying to make a presentation to this board about ballot integrity in Illinois that I spend every waking minute of my life dealing with. And you want to give me 9 minutes or 10 minutes or 12 minutes. And I want to show you these pictures here of how they secure electronic devices. You talked, sir, about the seals. Look at these boxes. Each one of these boxes has all of the electronic devices for the ward of Chicago. Every single one of these boxes, guys. There's no way to secure them.
Listen,
I want to talk to you, sir, about ballot security and about...
We've got your reporter from the Argonne Laboratory. We've got your summary and your outline here. You know, we've got plenty of reading material. There's something else here. This is under Journal of Physical Security. We've got all kinds of reading material here. We can read up on it. We're not going to sit here all afternoon listening to one person after another tell us things we already know.
Okay, I promise we won't be repetitive.
Well,
The last point that I want to make before I'm done is the security of the electronic vote. Okay, now, you know...
started with it.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry you didn't like my agenda. But the action points that we're asking for you to deal with is the reality that there have been new studies out that show that the electronic vote is not secure. Illinois does not audit the electronic code for the vote whatsoever. And I understand, I've been doing a lot of investigating about how we got different election systems here. And I would like to have the security protocols that we have set up for securing the electronic vote to be put before security experts that deal with the security of the vote as opposed to just whatever else. And let's look at these procedures and find out, because right now, the electronic vote in Illinois is completely insecure. There's no audit of it. There's no looking over the actual code that people write it. The code has never been audited. This is a huge issue. We want to know what happens in that dark hole between the time that we cast our vote and they come out with the reports. There should be no dark hole. And this is where we are going to be encouraging all of you to consider. What are we going to do with the electronic vote
Diane,
now?
can you respond to that?
Well, I basically, when I approve a voting system, I mean, we've gone through the Bristol voting system testing laboratory. I'm not opposed to trying something in addition. That doesn't bother me at all. It's just that right now they're going through a rather lengthy process, an expensive process to come into Illinois right now. The vendors is what I'm talking about. But I mean, if there's something more that needs to be done, I'm not object to that.
Yes, Ms. Felds, I was told that when the current system that's used in Chicago and Cook County, electronic system, was approved, that it was rushed through without proper testing, and that you did not have sufficient time yourself, and even spoke up that you didn't have sufficient time to test that system. Is that accurate, ma'am?
Well, Honda came and I had to get a lot of the systems done, but I mean, we certainly did test it rather lengthy. I mean, all of the systems together that Chicago and Cook use, I suspect we put over 250,000 ballots through.
I think you're talking about security testing. Security testing, I think, would be a great idea, except it costs millions of dollars and nobody wants to come up with the money to pay for it.
So I guess I would like to wrap up my last few minutes before I turn the floor over to the other speakers.
No, you're not going to turn the floor to anybody else. When you're done, you're done.
You guys don't get to talk. You've been here all day.
Why is there such a long early voting period? Doesn't that cost a lot of money?
We allowed you to speak, Ms. Meroni. We gave you an opportunity to speak. You've gone over the time already. And we're not here to hear a bunch of other speakers. This isn't a debate.
I'm so confused because I thought public session was for people to talk. And one of the things that Maria wants to talk about is, are we really saving any money when we do early voting? We think early voting is too long. There's issues they want you to hear about.
Well, we understand.
We talk fast, 3 minutes.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna have a floor debate, but we're not gonna have this isn't this isn't the Larry King show, okay? We've heard your, concerns, and I'm sure that everyone else has concerns about, the integrity of voting systems and all the like. And, submit written, summaries of your concerns. We'll look at them. I guarantee you, we'll read them. Our attorneys will read them.
Great.
We can't sit here all day listening to one person after another, if that were the case, that's all we'd be doing. I mean, everybody's got a complaint about election law, election procedure, voting systems, and what have you. And they brought these matters to our attention. They've written us letters. Is there something we can do? We do it. All right? But we're not going to sit here all afternoon. You understood when you asked to be heard that you would be heard and not everyone else. You bring with you. We just can't sit here all day listening to everybody, state their concern. Put it in writing, send it to us.
Wow, I'm shocked, frankly, that you said that, sir. I'm just stunned, honestly, stunned. We're talking a couple of minutes for people that have waited for you to get through your agenda for several hours.
Well, our agenda is that's our official agenda.
Absolutely, and I'm part of that agenda. I was invited here. Yes, sir.
That's our official agenda.
I
People
don't-
file objections, they file complaints, and we've got to, as I said before, what you probably should do, is go to court on some of these matters, go to the legislature on other matters. Diana will fill you in on what we're doing as far as ballot, the system testing. I mean, what else is there? I mean, we can't sit here all day. We gave you 10 minutes. You took more time. I allowed you more time. And, we've heard your concern. I mean, what more can we do?
You could take a board vote to see if anybody will allow 3 minutes to our few speakers that we have.
Well,
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion that we adjourn.
there's your board vote.
Wow.
Is there a second? Roll call?
Aye.
Mr. McGuffrage? Yes. Mr. Gowan? Yes. Ms. Rice? Mr. Schneider?
Yes.
Mr. Schultz?
With the provision people can sign up again for our next meeting, I suppose, and then public comments, but I agree, Mr. Chairman.
Well, but these people aren't with me, by the way. They came on their own.
No,
You probably don't know any of them, do you?
well, I
Met her
I know
twice.
that.
Twice.
But at any rate,
I think the chairman allowed the extra time
yeah, but,
on the assumption that he was speaking for the group, so maybe that was a mistake.
We'll see you next month then.
I'd like to ask the attorney then.
Springfield.
Thank you.
Sharon Meroni?
yeah.
Oh, I know. Well, I'm waiting for them to be done.
You want to protest?
The next meeting is on Monday, 12, at 2, special meeting, Monday,
What's the record?
the regular meeting is 9.